All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tyrell Datweiler with Hill Productions, and we are here at Bobalou Billiards in Roseburg, Oregon for tour stop number 1 of the Northwest Women's Pool Association 2025 tour. Playing 9-ball on 9-foot tables. Streaming table is a diamond. They have 2 diamond tables in here, and the rest of the tournament is on gold crowns. Playing standard, basically standardized BCA rules. Roll out after the break. 3-foul rule is in effect. Racing to 6 on the front side, 5 on the B side. And for this matchup, we have Sophia Tran from Washington, Seattle area versus Kira North from Portland, Oregon. Both these players are board members of the NWPA, so we have a little clash of the board. It does look like Sophia won the lag and is breaking off first here, using the turtle template rack that is required. They are the tour is sort of sponsored by the turtle rack. They supply them, and so the players are required to use them. No hand racking. Which kind of goes together well with the rack your own format anyways, and makes the 9-ball slipping out of that rack in one of the bottom corners a little less unlikely. All right, have a look at the 1. Not sure if either of these players had first round matches or if this is their first match of the day. I suspect at least one of them played already, if not both. All right, Kira had a bye. Sophia played 10 o'clock round against Raquel Menares, and she won that hill. All right. If you have access to the chat, YouTube chat, if you're watching at home on phone, laptop, you can jump in the chat, ask any questions. I will do my best to answer them, or just say what's up, who you're rooting for. I got an eye on the chat, so we can interact if you so choose. I am flying solo. Start the day off today. Don't have any planned co-commentators, but we'll see what happens. There's sometimes we get some of the players to sit in, and more often than not, get some of the well-known players dropping in to check out the latest tour stops. So sometimes snag up one of those knowledgeable souls to bounce my ideas of how to play pool off of. Right. Sophia on the 4-ball here in the middle of the table. Pretty fair shot. Cue ball. Tracking to the right. She could run into the 5. She goes around it. Get yourself nice for this 6 ball hanging in the pocket. Wants to manage that 5 ball. Just stays in front of that pocket. Could follow it in. So not bad there. Sometimes that is not what you want. You need that ball to play position to your next ball, but 7 just sitting right out here. Side and back out for the 8 ball. And this right rail up there by the upper right pocket.
Just stand up here a minute ago. She might get. She's right there. Oh, you got her. Oh, okay. What table is that? What? Thanks. What table is that? Her? Yeah. I think probably 14 or 18.
I'm not sure if maybe she was trying to fold the 8 ball. Really.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Follow him.
Apologize. There's some table assignments happening in the background here. I'm not sure how audible that is, but finding a little distracting with people talking between me. Yeah, I don't know if she's trying to hold that 8 ball or not. Seemed kind of tough. I think you had to go back and forth. Oh, what a good try from Kira there. Tough shot. Running it all the way up the table. 8 ball has kind of a little tricky. Pretty thin to just clip that in there. Easy to catch this thick. Maybe she's putting a touch of inside on the ball.
It was 15, right? Yeah.
Worked out.
Yep.
Worked out well. Always a little scary when you get that ball tracking back down to the opposite corner. All right. Okay, well, I put the tablet down there, but they all seem to be scoring on the phone, which is fine. Go grab that tablet back, I guess, if they're not going to use it. All right, as I mentioned, we are at Bobalou Billiards in Roseburg, Oregon. Our host venue this weekend, tour stop sponsor. Along with Bobaloo, we have Whitman Lights, the official 2025 tour sponsor for the Northwest Women's Pool Association. We also got Diamond Mine Northwest coming in, having some sponsorship money to this stop. Sounds like they might be sponsoring several more, if not the rest of the stops. It might be another season sponsor here. And then the apparel sponsor, Gem Apparel. So thank you to all of our sponsors. Go check them out. If you're in the Roseburg area, drop in, say what's up. Or if you're driving through at a later date and haven't been in here yet, you should stop in, check it out. 20 plus 9-foot tables. The majority gold crowns. There are 2 9-foot diamonds. They also have an assortment of Valley and Diamond 7-foots. There is a carom table and a full-size snooker table. So, quite the setup. Situated in an old bowling alley, so plenty of room. If you're looking for a new table, a diamond table in particular, Diamond Mine Northwest, check them out. They can hook you up. As I mentioned, Whitman Lights, the official 2025 tour sponsor. If you're getting one of those diamond tables from Diamond Mine, grab yourself a Lippmann light while you're at it. In my opinion, no better light in the out there. All right. Kira with a good open table here for her first opportunity in this second rack. You are tuned in out there. One thing I will ask, especially if you have access to the chat, let me know if that music gets audibly noticeable in the background. In particular, if you can clearly make out what the song is, give me a heads up so I can adjust the noise suppression filter. Just trying to keep YouTube off our back for copyright issues and whatnot. If I have to, and try and get them to turn it down a little bit. Right, Sophia with a little bit easier of a clip in here, but tables, from what I've been told, have been playing kind of fast, so she needs to go all the way down the foot rail and back out for that 5. Or I guess, no, she'll be on the 4 next. All right, she had a lot more of the ball than I thought, so cue ball not tracking very much at all. She did miss it. May have played a part in the miss there. Thank you for the heads up, Jessica Miller. Can't hear the music. That's great. So my headphones don't quite cut it out for me, and I can't really tell in my monitoring if it's coming through, so I appreciate that feedback. Let me know if my audio's too quiet or all at all. Sometimes the settings, people have to turn their volume all the way up to hear me, so I can adjust that on my end if need be. Here, gonna need to try and draw into this rail. Tough position. She did take a swing in that previous rack at trying to cut the ball all the way up the rail. Let's see if maybe that's what she considers again. She could bank it. Could play safe, try and send that ball up. You don't necessarily want to get it too close to the 9 ball, but somewhere up by the top rail. Maybe a little bit of a two-way there. Although, probably wouldn't have loved it if she'd made it, because she would have been banking again.
But no, but the table's so tough, but that one that's the slowest, it's getting close to being done. I want to have a rotating table, something to leave it empty. I just heard my phone beep. I haven't looked. I'm
Sophia taking a long look at this. Right. Using the diamonds to measure out something here. I'm just gonna play containing safe here. Try and separate those balls side to side on the rail. Kind of looks like a free bank to me for Kira here. She can bank towards the side. Keep the cue ball this down at this lower side of the table. If she misses that 7 ball, it's going up table. I think I maybe would have liked to play it with more speed. The big question is how straight Sophia is on this 7, but she still has to get back to the 9. She's got angle, she can try and force follow forward.
Start getting prepped ready.
Otherwise,
This is a big comeback. You stand as stones, and it's just super.
I need a big draw shot.
You're damn right you're not gonna touch it. I'm not looking for their name tag. Well, they say you can only do it for negative. You can do it for positive.
No, good effort. Didn't miss it by much. Still hasn't left Kira here with a gimme. She can play it on the side. It's a little touchy with the speed. Could draw it, play it on the side with a little bit of draw. Play the short side on the 9 ball. She opts to go all the way down. And the cue ball crashes off the 9 and scratches in the lower left.
Every casino in the middle of nowhere. Right. But they're usually cool. I mean, that's the coolest place.
Looks like Sophia's gonna maybe opt to shoot the ball long so she can follow all the way back up for the 9. A little close to that ball. I don't know how much I love that. Your stroke ends up being a little short and pokey. Hit it good?
All the way from so we have
A little bit of a cut shot here. Should be able to just roll it in naturally.
This is way more fun. Amateur. I don't really do much like I go into Lincoln City, get out there. I know when I'm volunteer for there's so many weird problems and things and stuff where it just I consider the time stuff not my favorite. But they know what the rules are better.
Well, for any of you curious who've watched the stream before, usually have 2 camera angles. Only have this one angle this weekend.
Yeah, just keeping everybody happy. Hey, Steve Tipton was really good at what he did. All his spots was better technically. It's really becoming.
All right, Sophia gonna go up 2-0.
Yeah, his goal always at 51% of the players fighting. I think I'm more like I was more like 85%.
Take a look at the tour schedule for this year. I mentioned we're at Bobalou Billiards here in Roseburg, Oregon, kicking off the 2025 tour. We will be at Silver Star Saloon the end of next month, Vancouver, Washington. Then heading to Phil's Bar and Grill in Salem in June. Knocking out those Oregon stops, or well, Silver Star's Vancouver, technically Washington, but just on the other side of the river from Portland. Basically knocking out the Oregon area pretty early on, and then heading up to Idaho in July, Kennewick in August, Ox Billiards in October, and then capping it all off at Scratch Billiards in Fife in December. So all the tour stops are rotation. Whether that is 9-ball or 10-ball depends on the number of certain size tables. So when a venue has enough 9-foot tables to accommodate a 48 or 64 board, we play 9-ball. And at the venues that are predominantly 7-foot table venues, the game is 10-ball. Just a little info tidbit. Maybe you caught that on that schedule slide. The mention of the size tables and the game to be played.
Yeah.
All right, Sophia rolling out there.
Going to the B side. I've actually started like 5 matches.
Bit of a
I've already started 5 matches on the B side.
back cut here. One will go. A little bit of danger. That cue ball glancing off the 4-ball could be redirected to that upper left pocket or the side pocket. Oof.
I'm not telling anybody who's going to grab it. Oh, out in the.
Yep, 1 ball down.
Yeah, I just don't want to be
Cue ball deflected back down to this head rail though. A little longer shot on the 2-ball. And probably what Kira had hoped.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened to me. Oh, well, I was.
Oh, she's hit that full.
Don't know where to go from.
Sophia gonna have a cut shot here. 4-ball. Next ball down here. Probably just wants to come across between the 9 and the 6. Maybe back out to the center of the table. Wrist side pocket trying to come too far back up table. Just gonna have to take a long shot here.
No, there's no speed. There might be speed in race 2.
Pushing over the 8-ball, but she's got the rail on the assist there.
Oh.
Good steady shot. And shot on the 4. Maybe just clip it in and come back down table or up and back. Watch out for the 7-ball.
Yeah. I mean, you can eat it at the table when you're playing. Most players don't like it.
Still has a shot on the 6, but it's going to be a steeper cut. She had originally been playing for, I think. It's got that 5-ball a little thicker than maybe she needed. A little bit thinner, she probably would have missed the 7. Or she opted with maybe a half a tip of inside.
But she was famous.
She's gonna lay up. Use the 7-9. May have left a little bit of an edge.
They knew they were two.
Got enough cover. She hasn't sold out a shot.
Yes, you're gonna be this nice.
All right, so confirmation that Sophia did leave a little bit of an edge. It's tough. You're trying to get the 6 back in her cover, but just had so little of that ball to work with. Even if she played enough speed to come underneath, I think that cue ball tracks all the way back down. So Sophia can just lay this up. 7 does have the other pocket. I feel like maybe this table is not playing as fast as some of the other tables. Not sure if this one has the Andy cloth on it. I know predominantly the rest of the tables in the room have the Andy cloth on it. Plays pretty quick.
Players switch to 64 players. 4 days, 2 days of
No,
eight round robin.
jumped ball.
To make 64. That was eliminated. Q's used to get the double elimination for 2 days. But then try running 8 simultaneous round robins. Luckily, we had it all on the computer as a schedule system. So it went fairly smooth, but that was a lot of work. A lot of name changes. Yeah, we moved around everywhere.
Big problem here is.
Did it a couple of times. A couple of times.
Oh wow, she almost beat the 9. My concern was the natural path to cue ball was coming away from the 8 ball. She used the 9 ball as kind of a stopper to kill that cue ball at the side of the table. It's worked out well. She actually saw almost got the 9 as a consolation prize.
Yeah.
You should be able to just focus on just cutting this 8 ball in.
He owns the business. He would feel like the sense. Yeah.
As long as you come down the center line of the table, you should be fine no matter where you land with the cue ball, even if you have a long shot.
That's my guess.
One scary aspect is if you get it too thin or put a little inside, you could scratch. So a little bit of a scare there. Luckily that cue ball ran long in the corner.
But he's a conservative.
Sophia gonna go up 3-0, I believe. Not using the tablet. Okay, so she is going to update it on her phone. I think I'm going to grab the tablet back. It might just be easier for me if all the players are going to live score for me to have it up here as a backup.
Which is ironic though, because like the universities charge a fortune.
As I mentioned, race to 6 here on the A side. Sophia out to a quick 3-0 lead.
All these pricing structures with like different Friday night set Sunday. Like the next stop. Who was that? Huh? Do you know who that was? I think I know. That's the pro adding leading. 3-6-5-4. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So that's
all right. Dry break from Kira.
Yeah.
Sophia gonna take a lay of the land here.
It's like melting to like the crunchy part. Yeah. Further south. My darn.
Get you on 2 ball. Ooh, like a little bump on the 6.
Oh, I know.
Hard to tell if she has enough of the ball to make it. Right. 7 is not going to be impeding Sophia here. She'll have straight look at this lower right pocket. Don't know that she can go forward though. I think with this.
Doreen, if you need to take 5 minutes or something, feel free. If you need to take 5, yeah, take a break.
A little concerned that as straight as she is, if she were to go forward, 7 would be in the way of the 4. Nope. Tried to force it. Maybe cheat the pocket a little bit based on the line that cue ball came off. 3 did slop into the side. She's gonna have a thin count of 4 or opportunity to try and duck here.
She's playing pockets. It should automatically move it through.
Try to put the cue ball behind the 9, banks the 4 into that 7-8 cluster. I think she has done well to leave this a little yucky for Kira.
No, I had to literally go in and solve her the winner of a. I didn't write buy in there. You get just. Like I said, it's been funky. Yeah, she doesn't have a phone yet, so table 12's open, but I'm kind of. But I'm kind of like, I want to leave a rotating table and wait. No, it's the shim, the one. I thought I should was that one pot.
Oh, looks like she's gonna leave Kira the 4 here.
Oh, yeah. The shims and yeah. It's not that you're looking at you, but your opponent might think you are, and that's what happens.
Just chip off that upper side of the 5, try to put the cue behind the 9.
Wait. Further shortcut.
I think she mostly got there.
Yeah, probably because the next matches are going to finish on the A side. Have them open table, so it's open.
Left a little bit of an edge. More than I thought. Sophia just coming with a return on containing safety here. No cover, but no give me. Expect here to just try and duck again here. Sophia reaching for a jump cue here. 8 is just enough in the way. Good job getting over the impeding ball. Gets a hit. He's going to leave Kira a look at this lower left pocket with that 5 ball. Natural top shot should keep her shape for the 6 ball. Draw the ball here. Would have liked to run into that 9 ball. But I think she's still going to fall into a window for a look at the 7 in the lower left. She's just going to roll forward a little bit, take the 8 in this upper right. A little bit off, hits it into that left rail. Big chance here. Sophia can swap these 3 balls off the table. She will be handily ahead with a 4-0 lead. All right, 8 ball, upper left. Center ball should stun her right in line for the 9 ball in the same pocket.
We're on 12, Elaine. 12. I don't know if I see your opponent over yet, so I don't think it's a hurry, but. Fine.
Well, she did one of the 2. She played her position right. But missed the 8 ball. Here needs to try not to do too much here. You just nip back a hair. You punch this too much, it can punch into the rail and back out. Sort of like that. I think she also got more of a center ball hit than a draw shot there too, which that. This is still a very makeable ball though. Just a little bit longer and a little bit more of a cut. That's a big rack for Kira. Sophia with looking like maybe she was going to go up 4-0 there, so. Kira on the board, 3-1. Take a look at our player bios here. As I mentioned, Sophia Tran out of Washington. She claims what, Meeker Street in Kent, Washington, and 15th Street in Auburn as her home pool halls. Playing NWPA for 4 years now. Says one of her favorite pool memories is traveling around with Bad Boys Productions and watching amazing pool and meeting awesome people. So, anybody that's not familiar, Bad Boys, they are a billiard production company. Bring in tables and manage the logistics of running the tournament. Players in the Northwest are very familiar with them as they are the crew that's brought in to do our regional tournament in Lincoln City twice a year for many years now. So that's cool. I kind of forgot that she had been out working and traveling with them for a while. And Kira, on the other hand, out of Portland, Oregon, she plays out of Sam's, Yours, and Trough Bar and Billiards. Favorite full memory is getting to the final in her first NWPA event. Kira, I've been playing NWPA for 11 years now.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Well, I don't know that I mentioned it earlier, but if anybody hadn't figured it out, it is alternate. We are doing alternate break. If you were wondering why Sophia broke after Kira's win there, that is why. All right, bit of an overcut. All these balls have pockets. Chance to get out here. Kira can just manage her cue ball position through 5 balls. Now, a tester of a shot here. All right, good try. Didn't miss that pocket by much. Leaving Sophia long in return. Now, the upside here is the next ball is just in this lower right pocket. So you can really kind of just focus on making the ball. Don't need to worry about your position too much.
No.
The only thing you really want to avoid is getting behind that 8 ball.
NWPA
Yell the name.
Jared wants to try and bank this or cut this in the side.
That's why I keep hearing these are driven by
Nails the bank.
back last year my kiddo we have a travel club and they did
All right. This is a big thing that probably harp on all weekend. If you don't already, when you're out practicing, set balls up in the jaws and practice navigating, your position from that to, set another ball up somewhere on the table. I feel like it's one of the least practiced shots, and yet it comes up in on tables play so often. And it's really telling how many players don't really understand how to play position. Shot on the 8 ball from Kira there. Yeah, it's just my general point. It's like it's a shot that's taken for granted when it comes up. I feel like too many players suddenly realize that they're not quite sure how to hit the ball, just have to guess.
Taking a scenic route.
well,
Somebody mean. They're really mean. She's really mean. Oh.
All right, Kira gonna go up. Put another one on the board. Sophia still remains in the lead, 3-2. If you are interested in the bracket, we had, I believe, 41 or 42 players this tournament. You can scan that QR code there on the graphic if you're watching on your TV, or you can just go out to digitalpool.com and type in NWPA 2025 Tour Stop #1 into the search, and that should take you to the bracket. If you can't scan that QR code, also look at our payouts for this tour stop.
No, I mean, they use their phone. Right. It's showing 19 of empty.
Yeah, if I can, I try.
Yeah. You see, we did the payouts on here now?
Yes, we were talking about doing stuff that work
Yeah.
out.
No, yeah, so now it shows
Oh,
and what it is.
All right, ball down in the break.
Perfect. Thank you.
In the side there.
So you're just waiting for an opponent with the 42
Looks like she made the 5 ball.
You might be waiting for a while, so don't worry about it.
You might just have to play safe off this one. I think the 3's in the way. Oh, trying to bank it maybe? I'm gonna get safe though. It's gonna work out real well.
Why not?
right. And the one rail, a little funny both ways, I think. Does look like she has to go the left rail. Not positive, but when I look across at the table, I don't think she can kick one rail out of this right rail. Oh, good effort. Didn't miss it by much. Yeah, good shot from Kira there. Nice position to the 2. Stephen asking if there's a bracket. There is a bracket. I had it up between, or the link sort of to it between racks on one of the graphic slides. I will dump that into the chat as well. So yeah, I've gone ahead and put the link into the chat so you can find it there as well. If gonna have a long shot on the 4. Does cut to the pocket. Question is whether she's gonna have a look at the 6, 7, and 8. Both kind of provide a little bit of cover. If you run into the 8, though, it works out really well. So 9 pretty big in front of that pocket. It is still missable if you don't take your time checking your contact on the 6 ball. But I would expect her to make this. Oh, okay, miss. No worries about the side pocket there. Well, Sophia seeing her 3-0 lead dwindle to 3-all.
Keep it interesting. Sorry.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, fine.
Now, I mentioned it at the top of the stream, but again, a shout out to our sponsors. Bobalou Billiards here in Roseburg, Oregon, sponsoring this tour stop and hosting us this weekend. Thank you to Diamond Mine Northwest, John Scudder, Diamond Pool Table distributor serving the Northwest. Looking for a diamond table, go hit him up. And then also our official 2025 tour sponsor, Lippman Lights. Thank you to Mike Lippman. Does so much for Northwest Pool and pool in general. And if you're looking for a light for your table, go check out Lippman Lights. My personal opinion is they're the best out there. And finally, thank you to Jam Up Apparel, the official apparel sponsor of the NWPA.
Turn it 8 off.
What?
Over table 10.
Okay. Oh, and you guys did it yourselves. That's reported. I can see it.
Yes, yes.
That was it.
Sorry, player per asking something. Oh yeah. Sounds like the NWPA, they're gonna have a apparel store through Jam Up getting set up at some point this year. So keep your eye out for that.
You're going through a tunnel. My Bluetooth is going.
All right, Sophie having a long look, trying to decide what she wants to do here. Wow. Right between the rail and the 9. Almost the opportunity to ticky that in there if they'd got the rail and then the 9 got into the 9, but just slid right through there. It's like Kira's got the little bit of an edge here. Gonna be a reach, getting a bridge. I think she's got just enough to cut it in. No, just undercut it a little bit. Two ball just does not like that pocket. Players having a laugh about it. Well played from Kira there. Or it may have been Sophia, but somebody down around the play area just say dirty. Well, another reminder, even though I haven't said it yet today, if you haven't already, please share the stream out there on your social media. Let your pool playing friends or family know that we've got a free stream this weekend going through tomorrow. This women's tour. Also, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you don't already. That way you get notified when I fire up the stream and we go live at each of these tour stops, or on the occasions that I stream other events. Been doing the Chinook Winds regional tournament the last the last 3 times. So I expect, although I'm not positive, because I know there are some changes in the franchise and who's handling that tournament out there, but hopefully I'll be continuing to do that going forward. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. All right. Here, looking for the quick win here in rack number 7. It is 3-3. That score is not correct.
Wow, I didn't get oh.
I'll just try to skim that right side of the 2 ball. Misses the whole thing though. Kira gonna get ball in hand. Sophia's on 2 fouls, I believe. Kira had that previous really good walk up behind the 6. I'm just gonna get another full hook here. I'm gonna assume that she warned her. All right, yep.
Whoever lost the leg is breaking right now.
Well, no, because it got thrown off because
No, if you go out of turn, you still stay in the same order. You don't flip flop.
Oh, is that me? Yeah, the score. Should I tell you on the score the
Oh, okay. But and you won the leg?
Yeah.
I had a pretty good
Yeah,
one.
we did.
You guys have inverted it somehow. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh, good.
Well, it means somebody marked it. Somebody marked the lag wrong then. Because if it's, because yeah, she definitely broke first. It just means they marked whoever won the lag wrong.
That's her off.
Anyways, yeah, it seems to be, there seems to be some confusion on whose break it is. Here's somehow that has gotten out of order, but here's this is the order they're going to continue with. Sophia's dry. Come up dry here.
Wait for some of these A-side matches to get done to get through. I have a B-side match I had called, but they're a whole round ahead.
Well, tree topped over that ball. It's caused her to completely miss the one ball.
Said I could call one, but it's such a whole round ahead.
Her immediate response afterwards being, I should have pushed. All right, 2 upper right, 3 upper left, 4 upper right. It looks like the 4 to the 5 is going to be the first big transition, although she's a little on the wrong side of this 3 ball. It looks like she's got a little too much angle to hold it. You have to put some inside and come back across the face of the 4. And that is what she tried to do, but I think maybe spin just threw her shot off a little bit. Yeah, almost just caught the point in that side pocket. You're just gonna catch that 6, block her up behind the 9 ball, and be stuck kicking at this 4 ball. Well, unfortunately, that is just going to lay up for Kira. Kira's gonna be happy about it, but Sophia not so much. Good shot. Well, luckily the 5 is fairly close to the pocket, so being a little straight isn't that big of a deal. She does have a, even with that, a little bit of an angle, so as well as easily manipulated to get that cue ball back out.
I could do this. Or I was like, oh, sorry. I was like,
Can't tell if she needs to put a little bit of inside to bring this cue ball back towards the 7, or if the line naturally just goes to the rail and back up. Yeah, that was my concern. Oh, but it did slide past the 9. Oh, but she missed it. Okay. I was really concerned about her running into the 9 and coming back out of that rail. And maybe had she made the ball, she would have, because that would have changed the angle of incident there. What you do?
waiting to play.
Okay.
Be a minute.
Okay.
Thing kosher.
Yes. They're not using the tablet, so I'm going to take it back.
Hmm?
Will you go grab the tablet for me? They're not using it.
Should I just tell them to use it?
They've been scoring on their phone.
Oh.
Just leave it. All right, Sophia just needs to come with a shot here. A little bit of a blind cut to the lower right pocket, I think. Yeah, it's got a good, nice natural angle to stay down here on the 9 ball.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, this is one of those just make the ball situations. I mean, yeah, don't let your cue ball completely loose, but you know, just play center ball and trust yourself to make the ball. And you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be good on this 9 ball, I think.
I know.
Ooh wee. Takes a little bit of a wobble before going in there. Okay, looks like Sophia wants the rack removed. So our tournament director slash referee Chris is gonna go take care of that. That's Chris Rogers for anybody that doesn't know. And tournament director for as long as I can remember.
Oh, shit, we both forgot to initial.
Don't worry about it. It's not. I actually saw it. That's kind of nice to do, but it doesn't. Okay.
And so I'm good for right
You're
now.
good for a while. So
That's okay. I can go out and cool off because it's hot up under that.
yeah. No, I'm gonna say Probably half an hour.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Watch outside. Looks like it's gonna stay above it or below it from this angle. All right, neck and neck. 4-4. All right, I'm gonna mute up for a second. Need to go grab myself a water or something. I will be back in a second. So stay tuned.
Like
All right, I am back. Oh,
well,
just in time for Kira to follow that one ball right in.
I mean, you want to
Right.
get tables opened up so that
That's 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. All right.
it's okay. We're about like 7. By later tonight, I'm hoping to have a ball nap. Not need.
He's got a hold of that, but it's got just enough angle going in the direction of the 4 ball. Well, she cheated that. She didn't need to do that. She overcut it.
No sparing.
She just played at center pocket. I think her cue still would have stunned out just fine for that 4.
So I start next round.
Care can make this, or if she has hit it going underneath the 4, and she did have just enough room. Bank safe here.
That's been table six. Return the it's how they were.
Jump incoming.
This font's it's small.
Yeah, so Kira taking looking early 9 a couple racks ago. Looks like she is not going to chase this one. I don't blame her for that. Kind of sort of a stop shot tap out here. Stop on the 6. Well, you can't stop on the 8, but leave yourself the right angle to move back up to the 9. Otherwise, kind of straightforward pattern. And she's got the right angle. She's gotten a little further away from the 8 ball. But again, this is kind of one of those just make the ball situation. Don't stress about your position. It should just come natural. It's like that.
Yeah, but didn't go to one of the matches I beat the other two. Went to wait a minute, there's like still like 6 ace-up games out there. 4 of them I need them within the 4 pack. Like, yeah, very much.
Secure on the hill. I'm confused about the score here. Okay, now it's been updated correctly. All right, so that explains my confusion earlier about breaking. I don't know, maybe not. All right, either way, Kira on the hill.
Yeah, it's so much easier this time. You'll just one screen. Yeah, you see the whole
Ball on the break. Ooh. It's kind of rolled up onto the 2 instead of to the left of the 2. Safe here. Shoot the 2 away. Roll the cue ball up on the 6. It looks like she's hanging down a little bit. Okay. She's gonna bat it away. Does look like Sophia has a window between the 8 or the 4 and the 9. She can return this safety here. Try and cut bank the 2 to the left side rail. Let that cue ball maybe come down, maybe behind the 4-6 or maybe into the 4-6 if you play it right. Looks like she's going into this 2 pretty full. No, she hit it pretty good.
She like blocked really nice. My guess is there. Table 10 is a B-side, right? Yeah. Scratch up. So
Looks like Carrot maybe had an edge. She did. It wasn't very much, but she caught that 7 ball first.
Right?
Yeah, it's right here. Him back in.
on the side, I'm not maybe half an hour.
Oh, then let me try.
Yeah, I mean you can always eat at the table.
Well, I know, but I just,
Nobody likes it.
yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
All right, good ball in hand to start this run from Sophia. I think she's got the angle. It's just a center ball, natural center ball. Maybe a hair above center, but into this bottom rail. Down the line of the table.
Try.
No, that's what I'm. You have to be helpful.
Try to be helpful.
Trying. A for effort.
Stephanie Drakulik in the chat. Oh, hello. How are you, Stephanie? Oh, that ball hung up on her. Well, here's that shot I was griping at earlier. I think players should practice more often. Balls hanging in the pocket. I think she hit that a little, maybe a little too thick. The touch.
But losers go progressively farther away, and now they have to sit for like 4
Touch thinner.
That's why it spaces out ways. Like in Lincoln City, they do that because they don't care.
If she can just draw this ball to the side rail, she'll be just fine.
Yeah, and that doesn't matter. It's usually like if you're playing 2 or 3, you're playing the next day. Well, who cares? Now I got the next 3.
All right, this is key shot here. Needs to draw this ball back a little bit. Although, is she going forward? All right. Yeah, I'm not sure which shot needed more power there. Does look like it's set up for the side pocket though. Yeah, I think the intended position there was 3 rails for that 9 ball in the same pocket that she shot the 7 ball in. Well, this could be it. Well, Tears returned the miss. Let's stand up and reset herself.
That one on Facebook. Yeah, thumbs up would be nice. How about that? Thank you. What, Chris?
What?
I know. I didn't know.
Something.
I threw something over there like.
No, I thought I
Stephanie Lyons in the chat now. Double Stephanies. Oh. Yeah. You got double Stephanies. I don't know. I don't know. Well, Sophia probably wishing Kira would miss a little nicer. I might consider just banking this into that side rail and trying to put that 9 ball in the center of that top rail. Ooh, almost scratched. Alright, Kira's gonna be shooting off the rail though. Sophia would have liked that 9 ball to be a little further away. Alright, nobody wanting to make this 9 ball. I think Kira having a little bit of that pressure of being on the hill.
I agree.
I just got that thought. It's kind of weird. I'm like, oh.
Woo! Wasn't sure that one was going in. Yep. All right. Well, we got our first hill match of the day. I will take a meat stick. Thank you. I'm gonna take a look at that tour schedule again while we get this final rack of this match racked up. We're at Bobalou Billiards. We'll be at Silver Star Saloon the end of May, 1st of June. Then we're off to Salem for Phil's Bar and Grill in June. Heading to the Pocket in the middle of July. Pocket in Boise, Idaho. August, we'll be hitting Players Sports Bar in Kennewick, Washington. Taking the month of September off before heading to Ox Billiards in Seattle. And then finishing, we'll take November off, and then we'll finish out the year at Scratch Billiards in Fife in December. So, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel Hill Productions. You'll get notified, well, unless you disable notifications, but it's a different story. Subscribe to the channel so you get notified when we go live streaming each of these tour stops. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ball down. Looks like she's made the 7 ball. No, 6 ball. I can count. Well, one up on that top rail. Oh, did she make it? Oh, how does that not go in? That would have been a great shot. All the rest of these balls having pockets after that. A little bit of drama. Get us started here. That one ball standing up on Sophia so rudely. Yeah, 2 down. Hold up well for the 3. It looks like it. Careful. Now, how much of that pocket is the 8 obstructing, or does the 5 go by it clean? I think the 8 at least makes that pocket somewhat smaller for the 5. All right, I'm gonna double kiss that 4 into the other lower corner pocket.
Match 30 on table 2 just start.
Ooh, she gets her good behind that 8 ball.
Oh, do they just start?
Yeah, because on my thing it says 0.
Yeah, that means they just not. They're not using the.
No, they're not.
They're not using it. Not everybody does that. Once we go look at the bookmarks, it's the best look at. The A side or B side?
Could be A side.
Okay, not 66.
At least that's
You're waiting for.
or the winner. Waiting for the winner.
Oh, just you're on. I got another round.
Could be a winning safety here. Kira forces ball in hand out of this.
Since that so we have a little. I want to take her against.
Back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just on like.
Yeah, it should be. I'm not disappearing. I just.
Yeah. Oh, no, actually, I'd rather have to let you know that way. If for some reason your name comes up, I'm like, where is she? Where is she?
Perfect. My name's Adriana. Thank you.
Oh. General vicinity, but no contact or rail. So yeah, big ball in hand here for Kira. Everything fairly near her pocket. Seven looks pretty good. She should be able to just roll it in.
Race to 6. Table 2, you're a race to 6.
Oh no. Catches that point and leaves Sophia funny on the 7 ball. Nothing coming easy for Sophia here the last 2 trips to the table. See if maybe she can just push this up to that top rail. Yeah, and that's what she's trying to do, just to center these balls up with distance. Good smart shot. Try and do as little as possible. Kept it simple. Well, similar situation, but Sophia's going to be a lot closer to the balls. Ball does cut if she wants to be offensive.
The burger thing.
Sophia double checking her line. Well, a lot of blue. Sevens closer to the pocket than it was a minute ago. Outside pocket. What? What? Is she point hooked? Is she point hooked? I think she's point hooked.
It's a roll game night.
Yeah. Well, somebody go roll back to Kennewick a couple years ago and show her that Gwen shot. That was ridiculous. Oh, what a good hit. uh, boo, 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 boo. Yeah. I mean, it's not ball in hand.
Also, hard ball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's hard to get a bridge on that.
What?
All right. Sophia looking to close this out with this ball after taking an early lead, balling behind, and then scratching back. I saw it. I saw it. Kira barking up here at the desk. All right.
No, shoot scrap.
All right. Well, waiting for our next matchup here. Should be along very quick. I'm going to mute up for a second and run to the bathroom. Be back with you shortly.